just be a color, not a ribbon to remember, a best friend or a mother. Someday you won't have to put a wig on, and a baseball cap will just be a hat. Not something to hide under, 'cause your hair is gone. Someday's coming in me, babe. You gotta believe it, gotta see it. You gotta keep going, keep breathing. When you face a day that feels like you're gonna break, lean on the ones that love you, the guardian angels above you, and think about when pink is just another color.
Live from Grossinger Motors Arena in downtown Bloomington, it's Illinois State Redbird Hockey, brought to you by Team Automotive and Tire in Normal, Young America Realty in Normal, Midwest Equipment of Normal, Morris Avenue Garage Bloomington, Prairie Signs of Normal, Grosso's Garage in Bloomington, and DP Doe in Normal, who will bring us our Division I Player of the Game tonight following tonight's contest. And a very pleasant good evening from inside the garage here at Grossinger Motors Arena. L.A. Decker back with you for game number 2 of this set between the Illinois State Redbirds and the University of Jamestown Jimmies. The Jimmies winning last night by a 7-4 count over the Redbirds. In that contest, the Illinois State Redbirds traded goals for the first, I would say, probably 2/3 of the first 2 periods, and then the scoring went the way of the Jimmies the entire rest of the way as they were able to score 4 unanswered goals, including an empty netter at the end to go away with the game 7-4, the final in last night's contest. Change in goal for the Redbirds tonight. Mark Imbergia will get the start. He of the 2 wins against Maryville. 1 win against Maryville. He had, didn't lose the game against Maryville, a shootout loss. In any case, the team was able to rebound from that shootout loss last week and take the second game of that back-to-back home-and-home series, if you will, and get a split. The Redbirds hoping tonight the same will be true in this case. Brandon Weir will get the start and goal for the Jamestown Jimmies. He came in and just basically blanked the Redbirds in the time he played last night. Weir came into the contest and did not allow a single goal on 12 shots as Weir gets the win in goal for the Jimmies, stopping 12 Redbird attempts last night. Brendan Donovan did all he could. He made 44 saves on 50 shots. The empty net goal does not go against Brendan Donovan, but the Redbirds still unable to get the win last night, their first regulation loss of the season, 7-4 last night to the University of Jamestown. Tonight, though, we clean the slate. The scoreboard starts at 0, and we start over again with a fresh sheet of ice. It's Illinois State and the University of Jamestown coming your way next on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel.
Take notice when the game face on and it's game over. You a witness in the force to be fraction, grinding for greatness, proving and tasking, ruling the rest cause the movement's electric. This is our house and it's built by legends, yeah. If they coming for the spot, tell them let's rock. Standing like a brick wall to your best shot. Ain't a victory that can't be won when you're rocking with a city made of champions. Come on. It's time to bring the fire, make the ground shake when we go. Come on, when we strike down, what you gon' do? Come on, make the ground shake when we go. Yo, let's go, let's go. We gon' bring the power, get the place jumping. Time to get louder, show 'em who running. We gon' bring the power, get the place jumping. Time to get louder, show 'em who running. Got the whole city riding, and we rising. Yeah, the vibe's so alive, we electrifying. Better sound the alarm when you see the squadron. Once we hit them with the storm, it ain't no stopping. This is what legends are made of. The name's been engraved, we the history makers. Put the work down, now our banners are raised up. Right now you're dealing with a force of nature. Come on, it's time to bring the thunder.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grossinger Motors Arena. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grossinger Motors Arena in tonight's ACHA Division I matchup between the visiting University of Jamestown Jimmies and your Illinois State Redbirds. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for our visitors from Jamestown, North Dakota, please welcome the Jamestown Jimmies under head coach Dean Stork. Starting on defense, number 2, Jordan Popoff, and number 8, Andrew Clark. The forwards, number 6, Carter Johnson, number 9, Brad Fortin. The center is number 18, Cole Christensen. And starting in goal, number 1, Brandon Weir. And now, fans, let's greet the starting lineup for your Illinois State Redbirds. On defense, number 2, Jack Kramer. And number 5, Mason Perry. The forwards are number 19, Jackson Graham. Number 93, Casey Colantonio. The center is number 7, Joe Rasha. And starting in goal for the Redbirds, number 34, Mark Imbergia. The head coach of the Redbirds is Chris Pruitt, and the rest of your Illinois State Redbirds. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Your officials for tonight's contest, the linesmen Brian DeShepard and Skylar Bagby. The referees are Matthew Grosskopf and Chris Harjay.
All right, the pregame festivities are out of the way, and we are just about set for hockey here in downtown Bloomington on this Saturday night. Again, those starting lineups for you for the University of Jamestown. Clark and Popoff on defense. Fortin Johnson on the wings. Christensen centers the line with Brandon Weir getting the start in goal. 12 saves on 12 shots last night in the win over Illinois State. For Illinois State on defense, Kramer and Perry on the wings. Graham and Colantonio. Joe Rasha centers the line. Mark Imbergia, who last played and won in St. Louis against Maryville, he gets the start tonight. Redbirds in their home white, Jamestown in their road black with orange, and we are underway in the face-off, won by Illinois State. Rasha spins away from pressure and sends it over to the far side where Kramer bangs it in the neutral ice, and it goes all the way down. Brandon Weir lets it go, no icing called, and the puck goes into the near corner. Johnson digs it out for the Jimmies. He comes over the line, drops it off to Fortin, went through his skates, and the Redbirds come away with it. Jackson Graham tries to advance it, had Colantonio on his left and couldn't get it to him. Jordan Popoff will send it in, and the Jimmies will take their first line change. Popoff behind the net to Johnson, centering pass out front, and Bergia paddles that aside, and Graham clears it out to center. Capite, who had 2 goals in the contest last night, including the empty netter to close out scoring, sends it into the Redbird zone. Picks it up on the far side. Sends it across to Dumont, who hammers it in. Now a quick shot, and Bergia with the save. Is right in front that time was Reed Wilson. Here's another shot. That one tipped by the defense. Mitch Oberlag got a stick on that one. Trevor Hilt goes into the corner to dig it out. Played along the boards. Jamestown keeps it in the zone. Baraneski behind the net. Fanned on the pass, and Oberlag able to pick it up and take it through center. Oberlag will dump it in cross ice for Trevor Hilt. Centering pass, nobody home. He had a good centering pass, but nobody was there to complete it. Now Matt Garcia will hammer it back toward Jamestown ice. Trevor Hilt lets it go, and he'll go get a change as the Jimmies control on their own end. Coming up on the 2-minute mark played here in period number 1, and still no score between Illinois State and Jamestown. Drew Shadle picks it up from behind his net, sends it forward to Richie Young. Arachuk plays it back, and Shadle back to get it in Illinois State territory behind the net. Pushed over to the far corner. Shadle bangs it loose, and Meyer gets to it at center ice. Now ahead to Mike Slawinski, who comes over the line. Slawinski goes to the near circle. Now back behind the net, centering pass out front right at the skates of Sean Meyer. Couldn't get to it, and it's stolen away by the Jimmies. Jake Hulicek. Centering pass out front, had a man out front and couldn't get it to him as Fortin was cutting to the net, it looked like. I'll check it, that was Reed Wilson. He gets the puck back on the near side. Sent in by Keaton Klein for the Jimmies. Gio Galino, who's in tonight's lineup for head coach Chris Pruitt. Tried to clear it out, but it's held in by Jamestown. Cade Janicki pressures on the far side wall and able to get it out to neutral ice and force Jamestown to leave the zone. Sam Salemi controls for the Redbirds. Tip back. Inversia will direct it toward the corner. Matt Garcia sends it back around to Sam Salemi. Salemi behind the net. Dug it out, got it to Garcia, and the Redbirds are finally able to get away from their end of the ice. Cade Janicki ahead of the pack. Had it tipped away at the last second by Jordan Popoff. Jamestown comes away with it on the near side board. Logan Bergeret sends it into the Redbird zone as Illinois State gets a change, at least on the wings. Now the defense will get a change as Sam Salemi sends it into the Jamestown zone. Approaching the 4-minute mark played here in the first. Here's Kramer with a shot, tipped one wide, just past Brandon Weir. Now tied up along the far side board, Colantonio goes into play. Again pinched from the corner and dug out by Jamestown. They send it around. Popoff scoots a pass ahead. Picked up by Christensen. The motor's up to the far corner. Christensen behind the net. Gets checked on the play by Arasha. And Mason Perry comes away with it. Lead pass ahead to Casey Colantonio. Drops it off to Jackson Graham. In behind the goal line, now in the far corner. Jamestown able to sweep it away. Matthew Poole over the line. He takes a shot. That one steered aside by Inversia. Back behind the net, Brad Fortin gets it. Fortin sends it back out to the point to Dumont. Jesse Dumont will fire. That one blocked by the defense in front, still loose at the skates of Wilson. Can't get to it. And it's finally picked up by the Redbirds. Mitch Oberlag takes it into the corner. Taken out of the play by Justin Dumont, pardon me. Now Mario DeCapite sends it in. Redbirds get to it. Anthony Salemi sends it up at the point. Here's a shot taken by Arachuk. That went wide of Inversia. Redbirds trying to get out of the corner. Can't do it. Now a centering pass out front. Lost. Arachuk retrieves it in the slot. His shot blocked away by Trevor Hilt. Tries to bank it off the boards, and it's finally tipped out by Tony Campese. Arachuk will send it in so the teams can get a change. 14:30 to play here in the first. As we continue play, a very rapidly played first period thus far. Brendan Volcano sends it forward. Redbirds able to send it right back into the zone so they can get a change. Wilson in the far corner for Jamestown. Had it knocked away, stolen. Richie Young with a shot. Swallowed up by Weir, and he gives no rebound. And the faceoff will stay in the Jamestown zone. And if I'm not mistaken, that's pretty much almost 6 straight minutes of hockey right there without a stoppage. That makes the game go a lot quicker, believe me. Here's the faceoff one. Redbirds have it in front, but Brandon Weir shuts the door. Behind the net it goes. Garcia holds it into the line, but then gets taken off the puck by Bergeron. Meyer sends it around the back of the cage to the near side corner. Hoisted out and into the seats. And a new puck is necessary. So our official scorer, Dan Glatt, will dry off a brand new, fresh, vulcanized rubber disc imprinted with the Illinois State Redbird hockey logo and deliver it to one of our linesmen, who will take it to his partner. And we will get the play restarted. Garcia at the point. Sends it down low. Clark is there for Jamestown. Sends it forward. Here comes Klein. Klein over the line, 2-on-2. Klein cuts to the slot, lost the handle on it, had Bergeron cutting into the slot. Now Klein with a centering pass, nobody home for that. Popoff gets to it. Out in front, here's a quick shot taken. That one went wide of the target by Jordan Crom, who checks in. He gets his first ice time of the weekend. Here's Sean Meyer with it. Meyer had 2 goals last night. He was our DP Doe player of the game last night. Meyer will slow things down and bring it back out to neutral ice and reset. He'll go get a change as well. Mason Perry sent it in with a tip by Carson Hilt. And Weir will send it all the way around. Now somehow it got tied up along the boards and stayed in the Jamestown zone. But the Jimmies are able to get to it. Johnson behind the net. Carter Johnson comes away with it. Now in front, Fortin tried to center with the backhand, lost it. Redbirds can't quite get to it though to clear it out. It's held in by the Jimmies. Behind the net, Fortin spins away from Mason Perry, comes out front, blocked away. Again, a shot blocked away as Christensen had a chance. Now the Redbirds get to it as Mason Perry sweeps it out, but it's held in at the line. Held in by Dumont. Now Janicki checks Christensen off the puck in the near corner. Gets it back, and Janicki will move forward and get it out of the zone. Gio Galino sends it cross ice. Redbirds go get a change. Jamestown comes right back at him. Fortin digs it out at the line. Cuts to the slot. Moves in, fires, right wide of Imbergia. Anthony Salemi sends it around to the near side boards. Picked up by Sam Salemi. Here's a steal in front. Quick shot. That one blocked. Nice play that time by the defense. Anthony Salemi able to shut down the shot from Morgan Vinay. Jamestown hammers it back into the Redbird zone. They go back to get it. Jackson Graham with it. Moves forward, trying to center it back. Working up by DeCapite. Anthony Salemi gets to it first. Takes a shot. That one went off a stick in front. Now here's an opportunity 1v1. Cutting in is Baraneski. He shoots on Imbergia, and Imbergia, like a brick wall, lets it hit him and soaks it up. Faceoff will stay in the Redbird zone with 11:23 to play here in the first. Still no score between Illinois State and Jamestown. Faceoff won by the Redbirds as Matt Garcia gets to it. Colantonio on the far side board. Sends it ahead. Jackson Graham tracks it down. Graham sends it in. Oh, he tried to get it to a cutting Matt Garcia. And Garcia had it knocked away into the corner, and Jamestown comes away with it. Thompson dumps it into the Redbird zone. Redbirds back to get it. Drew Shadle sends it around to Garcia. He goes ahead, finds Matthew Poole, and Poole takes over for the Jimmies. Jordan Popoff sends it into the Redbird zone behind Imbergia's net. Shadle fought off a defender, and now Hilt gets it for the Redbirds. Lead pass ahead, Janicki. Or check that, it's Oberlang. He gets taken out of the play, no call. As the puck gets into the corner on the far side. And sent around the boards, finally picked up by Jamestown. Jordan Popoff starts out of his own zone as Tony Campese makes him pay the price. Pusalak over the line. He shoots one in on Imbergia. That one steered aside. Campese goes behind the net to get it. Wilson ties him up along the board. Sent all the way around to the far side. Mitch Oberleg's going to go get it and hack it out to center ice. Under 10 to play now in the first, and still no score. Fake shot by Popoff. He'll center a pass. Finds Clark. Shot staved by Imbergia. The rebound kick to the far corner. Mason Perry lost it behind the net. Now in front, Klein, spinorama, couldn't get it away. Back out to Popov of the line, his shot deflected and picked up by the Redbirds as Kramer hoisted out, got it ahead to Richie Young, now Sean Meyer. Meyer moves into the circle, cuts in, fires, kick save by Weir! He held the post, and the play is stopped as the net has come off the moorings. Sean Meyer showing once again that outstanding speed he has and getting around the corner on the defender, and he made this move a few games ago and was able to score this time. However, it did not produce the results he was hoping for. Instead, the faceoff will stay in the Jamestown zone. 9:24 to play in the first. Faceoff won by the Jimmies. They send it around the boards to the near side. Now back behind the net. Christensen motors over the line, sets up, looks to shoot, lost it. Fortin has to go get it in the corner. Brad Fortin digs it out, sends it back out to the line. Played by Sosinski. Now in the slot, quick shot, Johnson, that one whistled by Imbergia. Behind the net, Jimmies have it. Christensen sends it back out top. Here's Sosinski with a shot, saved by Imbergia. Kick to the far corner, Fortin looks to dig it out. Gets it out to Christensen. Christensen lost it to Richie Young, who sends it all the way down. That one's on goal, so no icing is called. Fortin sends it right back into the Redbird zone with 8.5 to play in the first. Decapite behind the net. Sets it up for Morgan Vene. Now pass tipped into the slot and finally controlled by the Redbirds is Carson Hilt. Able to bank it down. This one's going to go down the rink for icing. It was not on goal this time, so the icing call will force Illinois State to have a face-off in their own zone, and they cannot change any players. The difference between those last two plays is that the play before was directly on goal, so therefore icing would not be called. But with the other one being not on goal, the icing is called. Puck spun around by Andrew Clark into the near corner. Dug out by Carson Hilt as he tries to get it away. Garcia has it. Sent back behind the net, Drew Shadle. Held in by the Jimmies. At the line, tipped away. Nice play by Garcia to get it. Janicki, lead pass ahead. He finds Gio Galino, who fires one. That one blocked by a skate. Tipped over to the corner. Kate Janicki tried to hold it in. Big hit that time, now a steal by Carson Hilt. He'll fire one, that one went wide of the target. Baraneski digs it out of the corner and Jamestown gets control. Morgan Vene sends it around, Redbirds hold it in. Long centering pass that time, looking for Casey Colantonio. Couldn't quite get it to him, and the Jimmy's able to send it from center into the Redbird zone to get a change. Approaching 7 minutes to play in the first, still nothing on the board. A stark contrast from last night's game. Here's a steal by Jackson Graham. Centering pass over to Colantonio, just over the top of the bar. Jimmy's get control of it as Thompson gets to it. Motoring over the line as Wilson fires one in. That got the post and went to the near corner. There's Popov with a shot. That one hit the hand of Mason Perry and trickles into the corner. And Perry kind of shaking his hand out a little bit after that one. Probably had a little more mustard on it than he thought. Centering pass out front, knocked away by Perry. Held in at the line. And now a pass in front. Somehow didn't get connection with it. And Imbergia had to go post to post. And sitting right on the doorstep was Thompson. Jimmy's keep control of it though. Huselak sends it over. There's a shot blocked by the Redbirds out front as Jack Kramer gets to it. Ahead to Jackson Graham. Over center, now into the zone. Graham tries to shake and bake and cut through, and he gets taken out of the play by two Jimmy defenders. Over the line is Reed Wilson. He lost it to Campese, who sends it out to center. The Redbirds are able to regroup a little. Justin Dumont sends it into the Redbird zone, played forward. Dumont again holds it in and cross-ice dump in. Sends it into the corner where Anthony Salemi goes to get it for the Redbirds. Long lead pass ahead to Campese. He lost the handle. And the Jimmies once again get control. Bergeron over the line. Finds Klein in front. That one just missed the target. He was looking for Arachuk. Now the puck leaves the zone, and the Redbirds get to it first. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Campese over the line, sends it over to the near side for Hilt. He'll fire short side. That one sticked down by Weir, and the puck goes into the crowd, and we'll get a face-off in the Jamestown zone. 5:25 to play here in the first. The teams are still scoreless in this one. Take a look at that last play as a shot would come in from the far side from Trevor Hilt. And Weir able to keep the stick low enough to the ice to keep that one from going in. Redbirds win the faceoff. Garcia lost it. It got sent back, and now here's Shadle. Got pulled by Brad Fortin. No call coming. Here's Christensen behind the net. Christensen sends it back around, and Shadle gets it far side. Sends it around to the near side. Trevor Hilt waits for it and sends it forward to Oberlag. Now Campese starts the rush, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Campese lets it go, and a save by Weir, and he directs it into the netting behind play. Campese let that one go, and Drew Shadle that time got held pretty big time. But here's that shot by Campese. He let a howitzer go that time. Weir did everything he could to keep that one from going behind him inside the 6x4. Here's a face-off win. Mason Perry with a shot. That one just wide of Weir. Meyer, far side. Sent over to the near corner and controlled by the Jimmies. They send it out to neutral ice, and Mason Perry dumps it in. Now Jamestown with Decapite, tipping it into the Redbird zone, goes behind the net. Kramer reverses it back to the near side, picked up by Slawinski. Mike Slawinski over the line, dumps it in. Weir will have to go get it and backtrack to his net very quickly as the Redwoods put pressure on. Here's Slawinski, spinning away from Brescher. Now the double team dispossesses him of the puck. Meyer moves in quickly to try to save the possession. Held it at the line by Kramer. Kramer lets one go, trickled wide of the target into the near corner. Back out to the point, Perry couldn't hold on to it. Now Baraneski, one-on-one with Kramer. He's gonna wait for support. Baraneski at the circle, trying to center it. Nice play by Meyer to extend his skate. Now Meyer the steal, and the Redbirds have a 3-on-2. Here comes Richie Young over the line. Young drops it back to Meyer at the dot. Centering pass, and he couldn't get it to Meyer. Broken up on the play by Andrew Clark for the Jimmies. Now the Jimmies have a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Coming over the line is Thompson. Thompson with a centering pass, broken up by Sam Salemi, and the Redbirds possess in the corner. Richie Young tries to hoist it out. Cade Janicki does get it through neutral ice. Young back over the line, will send it in, go into the corner, and the Redbirds will get a much-needed change with 3:20 to play here in an exciting first period. Despite the fact there's no score, there's been end-to-end action in this contest so far tonight. Now the puck sent into the Jamestown bench, and we'll get a face-off, and let's see if that face-off's going to stay in the Jamestown zone or go into the Illinois State, or go into the neutral zone, pardon me. It's going to stay in the zone for the Jimmies, so it'll be to the left of Brandon Weir. Kate Janicki will step in and take the face-off against Klein. Klein wins the face-off, but Janicki motors into the corner to try to keep it alive. Bergeron comes away with it for the Jimmies. Bergeron sends it into the corner. Played by Sam Salemi. His brother Anthony comes over to get it. Now Carson Hilt moves out with it. Carson Hilt drops it off to Gio Galino. Back to Hilt. Hilt centering pass. Nobody home. Went across the ice to the near side boards. Jimmy's able to pick it up, but Garcia gets it. Oh, an off-pace shot that time, and Weir just saw it at the last second to kick it into the corner on the save. Klein picks it up and takes it over to the far side. Holding in is Shadle. He sends it across Janik. He couldn't get to the centering pass, and now Jamestown gets to it with 2.5 minutes to play here in the very rapidly played first. Bergeron over the line. Drops it back for Garcia. Sends it back over. Shadle. Down in the corner. Dug out by Christensen. Fortin tries to get to it. Redbirds get to it first. Here's Joe Rasha sending it in. Rasha in the zone, and now a whistle. Stopping play, and a hand pass is going to be called. Hand pass is called, so that will stop play with 2:07 to play here in the first period. Here's the face-off won by the Redbirds. Perry sends it around, picked up. Now a steal by Rasha. He fires one in on Weir, and that one's sent aside. And the puck hoisted back into neutral ice. Minute and 50 to play in the first. Long pass ahead. Jackson Graham tipped it over. Colantonio over the line. Moves in, fires just wide of Weir. Held it at the line, now sent all the way back down into the Redbird end. Kramer has to go back to get it. No icing is going to be called. Perry ahead to Graham. He tips it in. Weir has to stop it, and will send it forward to keep the play going. Decapite over the line. Knocked away from him and sent back into neutral ice. Now Baraneski gets to it. Baraneski in the slot. Poke checked by Salemi with 1:15 to go. Boston in the corner far side, picked up by the Redbirds. Here's Anthony Salemi. Over the line with it, drops it back to Campese. Campese pulls it, fires it, saved by Weir. Rebound, they score! Having the puck in the slot, putting it on net. Weir did not secure the rebound, and then in front, I am not sure who got to that first, but there were a couple of Redbirds there, and they have put the first one on the board. So Illinois State on the board.
Less than a minute to play in the period. Illinois State goal scored by number 28, Anthony Salemi. Assisted by number 10, Mitch Oberlag, and number 8, Sam Salemi. Time of the goal, 18:57 first period. Redbird goal scored by Anthony Salemi, assisted by Oberlag and Sam Salemi at 18:57. And while we were getting the announcement, a penalty coming up as Jamestown has committed an infraction. Imbergia went to the bench to try to get the extra skater on. And the Redbirds will have a power play. Jamestown penalty number 16, Gage Thompson, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 19:33 first period. Jimmy's penalty, Thompson, 2 minutes for hooking at 19:33. Results in a Redbird power play.
Campese whiffs on the shot with under 10 to play in the period. The power play will continue in the second unless the Redbirds score. Salemi sends it across to Campese. Now a shot, just in time. The save made by Weir as Joe Rasha got the final shot of the period, but the Redbirds will take a 1-0 lead into the intermission.
Your score after one period, Illinois State 1, Jamestown 0. Shots on goal in the first period. Jimmy's 9, Redbirds 13. One penalty to Jamestown for a minute 34 carries into the second period.
So the Redbirds, better late than never, I say. If they are going to score, you might as well score while there's still time in the period. And here's that play. With just about a minute to play, Tony Campese lets one go from the circle. And the rebound in front, sent home by Anthony Salemi. And the Redbirds able to get on the board. Illinois State tallies first in this one. They lead 1-0, and again, they lead also in shots on goal, 13-9. Still more hockey to come. We are only through one. Still 2 more periods to go here from Grossinger Motors Arena. Your score after 1, Illinois State 1, Jamestown nothing. You're watching Illinois State Redbird Hockey on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Illinois State Redbird Hockey would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of this year's team. Young America Realty in Normal. Team Automotive and Tire in Normal. Midwest Equipment in Normal. Morris Avenue Garage, Bloomington. DP Doe in Normal, your sponsor of your Division I Player of the Game. Prairie Signs in Normal. And Grosso's Garage in Bloomington.
Hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. Just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, ooh, shut up and dance. Don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, 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 come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling, yeah. So keep dancing. Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't stop the. 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 Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Everybody say.
shadow crosses mine. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place.
All right, fans, let's welcome back to the ice your Illinois State Redbirds. 1-0 Redbirds after 1, and we are getting set for the second stanza of this 3-act play. Ellie Decker back with you at Grossinger Motors Arena. Glad you could join us this evening here on the ISU Hockey YouTube channel. Our next appearance for you will be on October 21st. So we're going to take a week off next weekend as teams will be on the road, and we'll be back with you on October 21st and 22nd, and we will have those two games for you right here on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Teams are switching ends. Redbirds will now operate from left to right as we see it along with you here on the YouTube channel tonight. So the Redbirds will still have 94 seconds of power play time to open up this second period on the 2-minute hooking call to Gage Thompson. And the opening faceoff is sent all the way back down into the Jamestown zone. Redbirds will try to hold it in. Oberlag along the boards. Kept it in, but Jamestown able to get to it. And Dumont clears it down the length of the ice. Anthony Salemi will hold it up for the Redbirds, and he'll start the power play rush. Trevor Hilt ahead to Mitch Oberlag. Over the line, Oberlag shovels it over to Joe Rasha in the near corner. Back to Oberlag in the near circle. Now in the corner for Rasha. Back out to Oberlag. Sets things up at the point to Salemi. Back to Oberlag, top of the circle, moves in. Centering pass across to Campese. Loose in front, Rasha, shot, save, rebound in front, and went wide as Trevor Hilt picks it up on the far side, and it's hacked out of the zone by Christensen. And the teams will go get a change. 45 seconds remaining in the power play. Minute gone by here in the second. Redbirds looking to extend their 1-0 lead. Anthony Salemi sends the puck ahead. Got it to Mike Slowinski. Drops it off to Jackson Graham on the far side. Graham spins away from pressure. Looks, now sends it back out top. Colantonio at the point. Sends it back to Graham at the circle. Moves in, fires it back to Colantonio. Final 20 of the power play. Colantonio spins away, moves into the dot, now sends it back over to Slowinski on the near side. Slowinski from the circle, back out to Kramer. Kramer to Slowinski, centering pass to Young, couldn't get the shot away as he was tied up. Now it's fought for in the corner in the final 5 of the power play. Graham holds and looks as the penalty is over and both teams back at full strength. Slowinski dug it out, got it to Young, back to the point, and Kramer shot, saved by Weir, and the rebound kick to the far side. Colantonio tried to center it across, got it back behind the net, sends it over to Slowinski. Now a shot tipped on and saved by Weir. Rebound in front, Weir able to shut the door on the near side post on Colantonio's try, and the faceoff will stay into Jimmy's end. Just short of 2 minutes played here in the second, and the Redbirds extending their shots on goal lead. They led 13-8 after 1. Face-off lays in the dot. Finally picked up by Wilson for Jamestown. Young forces it away, got it back, did Wilson. Now Gio Galino along the boards on the far side, picks it up. Galino got it away, backhand shot taken by... Yeah, that's Gio Galino, sorry. I couldn't quite recognize the number. Galino got the puck away and able to get that shot. And the Redbirds able to keep the face off in the Jamestown zone. Again, the face-off lays in the circle. Finally picked up by Jamestown. Shadle sends it into the corner. Bergeron. Tie up in the boards by Carson Hilt. Here's a backhand shot by Gio Galino. That one stick down by Weir and into the corner far side. Now Bergeron gets pinched down by 2 players, and now coming away with it is DeCapite over the line. Centering pass, broke up twice. Nice play. Here's a shot by Bergeron. That one tipped wide. Baraneski also in on the play, couldn't get to it as Imbergia made the save. Now the puck finally dug out. At the line, Volcano sends it in on Imbergia, and he makes a toe save, and it's swiped out of the air by the Redbird defense. Carson Hilt couldn't get through center. Now a dump-in attempt by Jamestown gets blocked down. The puck stays at neutral ice for a little while. Now batted down by Baraneski and finally sent into the zone so both teams can go get a change. Now a whistle and a slashing call coming up against Illinois State. So the Redbirds will be down a man for 2 minutes. Jamestown will be on the power play.
Illinois State penalty, number 36, Matt Garcia, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 3:12, second period. Redbird penalty, Garcia, 2 minutes for slashing at 3:12.
So Jamestown to the power play, trailing 1-0. Huselak over the line. Holds near side circle. Sends it down low for Bergeron. Back out to the top and Clark. Now to the far side, back to Clark. Near side. There's a shot taken by Erichuk. That one stick down by Imbergia. The save goes into the corner. Bergeron tries to come out with it. It's stolen away, but held it down the line by Clark. Now a shot. Big save by Imbergia. On the opportunity again, Wilson was there. Now the far side. Wilson comes out with it, fires, Imbergia holds the post, the net comes off the moorings, and let's see what the call is here. The nets are meant to come off the post very quickly to avoid players running into them at top speed. Imbergia was credited with the save, so the faceoff will stay in the Illinois State end, so no goal. Redbirds maintain their 1-0 lead. Morgan Vene on the faceoff wins it for Jamestown. To Sosinski at the point. Back down low, Vene sends it across, big shot. That one hit the crossbar and goes into the netting behind the net. That one was a pretty good shot. Imbergia very thankful for the posts there and the crossbar. Face off to the left of Imbergia, won by the Redbirds. Sam Salemi takes it and just hoists it down the middle. Sosinski holds it in. He'll fire one in. That one blocked down in front, still loose, and they score. Sosinski took the shot from the point. Imbergia was able to make the first save, but could not cover it up, and the loose puck was finally put in by Jamestown, and on the power play goal, we are even at 1. And the traffic in front of Imbergia probably didn't help with his vision very much. Redbirds win the face-off, and it's tipped into the bench. So a stoppage in play will bring the face-off back to center ice as they look for the missing puck in the bench. They have finally retrieved it. And we'll get the game restarted here with a face-off in center. Jamestown wins the face-off and puts it right behind the goal, right behind our scorekeeper.
Jamestown goal scored on the power play by number 21, Jordan Baraneski. assisted by number 29, Mario DeCapite, and number 27, Greg Sosinski. Time of the goal, 4:31, second period. Jamestown goal scored on the power play by Baraneski, assisted by DeCapite and Sosinski at 4:31.
And a penalty coming up against Jamestown. Going to be a boarding call. So the Redbirds will go on the power play.
Jamestown penalty, number 18, Cole Christensen, 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 4:48, second period. Jimmy's penalty, Christensen, 2 minutes for boarding at 4:48, results in a Redbird power play.
Oberlag sends it across. It hopped over the stick of Salemi. Down to Rasha. Sends it off the board. Salemi had it deflect off him, and now Jamestown comes away with it. And they will dump it in. Bene dumps it in, and now occupying time back behind the net is the forecheck for Brad Fortin. 70 remaining in the power play, 14-15 for the second. Redbirds and Jamestown tied at 1. Here's Hilt over the line. Drops it back to Campese. Cross ice to Oberlag near side. Oberlag goes down low for Hilt, back to Oberlag. Missed him, goes to Kramer. Now centering pass from Campese, gets by Hilt into the corner. Dug out by Wilson. Wilson tried to play it, held in. Campese with a shot, blocked away. Centering pass. Oberlag, he scores! Mitch Oberlag! Make no mistake! Put it by the blocker! And the Redbirds lead 2-1! The deflection and Oberlag picked up the centering pass in the slot and did not make a mistake that time. Beautiful pass, and Mitch Oberlag right by the blocker of Weir. And the Redbirds back to a 2-1 lead. Campese with speed behind the net, got it to Meyer. Meyer will move in over the line. He'll drop it in. And they'll send it around. Picked up by Johnson. Sends it forward to Fortin, who will dump it in.
Illinois State goal scored on the power play by number 10, Mitch Oberlag. Assisted by number 7, Joe Rasha. Time of the goal, 6:09, second period. Redbird goal scored on the power play by Oberlag, assisted by Rasha at 6:09.
Redbirds continuing to put pressure on. Something they were not accustomed to in the first game. Last night, all the pressure was being put on by Jamestown. Tonight, the Redbirds giving out pressure equally now on the forecheck. Kramer sends it ahead, but it hits the back of the leg of Carson Hilt. And Jamestown able to control. Wilson holds it in at the center. Fires one across. Oh, Imbergia sticks it down. Now behind the net. Picked up by Huselak. Now Carson Hilt will dump it in. Gio Galino's going to race in. He will beat Clark to the puck. It goes into the corner. Dug out. Gio Galino tries to get it to Cade Janicki. It's knocked away and stolen. Here's Wilson moving in on Kramer. Kramer able to swipe it away into the corner. Nice poke check by Jack Kramer. DeCapite lets it go by him, and teams will finish their changes as Jamestown gets the puck. Brendan Volcano will send it into the far side. Hacked at by Mason Perry, held in by Morgan Vene, and now the Redbirds get a hold of it as Mitch Oberlag lost an edge as he was trying to get rid of the puck. Now Baraneski will move in. Fire blocker saved by Imbergia. Steered over into the corner. Baraneski Absorbs the hit from Perry, centers it in front. Redbird's able to get to it. Oberlack tries to tip it to himself, but the Jimmies get to it first. Volcano tried to hoist it out. Trevor Hilt able to send it back in. Jimmy's once again looking to start up, but again, another steal by Trevor Hilt. He thwarts the efforts to advance by the Jamestown offense. Here's Vene, lost it. Hilt, centering pass across. It goes all the way to the far side. Sam Salemi sends it back behind the net. Sent back around by Jamestown. Now Oberlang fights with Vene and the boards. Now Campese joins in with Baraneski, and it's sent back around behind goaltender Weir. Now the Jimmies move forward. Baraneski lost it through center. Meyer gets it. Meyer moves in, fires, blocked away. Has a stick block by Erichuk. On the attempt by Meyer, Erichuk gets it away. Decapite couldn't keep control, and now in neutral ice, the puck goes bouncing around, and it's finally a stoppage in play. And a penalty coming up against both Illinois State and Jamestown, it looks like. Coincidental minor. It's going to be Erichuk and Campese going off. Coincidental minor penalties, both for roughing on Jamestown number 23, Alec Erichuk, and Illinois State number 18, Tony Campese. 2 minutes each for roughing at 9:14 second period. Coincidental minors, 2 minutes each for Jamestown's Erichuk and Illinois State's Campese. 2 minutes each for roughing at 9:14. Now an icing call made against Jamestown will send the puck all the way back into the Jimmy zone for the next faceoff. Here's Kramer with a shot. That one blocked down by Fortin, and he'll send it back out to neutral ice. Fortin dumps it into the Redbird zone. Redbird's back to get it with Jack Kramer. Over to Sam Salemi. Lead pass ahead to Jackson Graham. Graham moves in, centers across, finds Mason Perry. Perry gets sent into the boards hard. No call. Now Fortin will try to send it ahead, tipped away, picked up by Christensen. Christensen moves in, gets around in Berja, and they score. Jamestown has tied the score at 2. Shots on goal are also even, 17 apiece. Sam Salemi sends it over to Anthony Salemi. He gets over the line. Anthony Salemi goes behind the net. Comes around the far side, drops it back for Oberlag. Now back out to the point. Redbirds trying to hold it in, can't get to it.
Jamestown goal scored by number 27, Greg Sasinski. Assisted by number 18, Cole Christensen, and number 9, Brad Fortin. Time of the goal, 10:51, second period. Jimmy's goal scored by Sasinski, assisted by Christensen and Fortin at 10:51.
Both penalties are over and both teams are back at full strength. Here's a steal by Vene. Sends it across, and now coming back in onside, but a steal by the Redbirds. As Tony Campisi sends it ahead to Slawinski. Slawinski tries to center it, lost the handle. Slawinski gets it back in the circle. Now pinned up against the near destroyed boards. Campisi goes in to help him, trying to get away from Decapite, and now a whistle stops play as the puck is no longer seen by the official. The face-off will stay in the Jamestown zone. 7:43 to play here in the second. Jamestown and Illinois State tied at 2. Face-off won by the Jimmies. As Crom tried to come over the line, it's finally dumped in by Keaton. Klein, pardon me. Keaton Klein. Behind the Redbird net, there's a fight for it. Crom comes out with it. Got away from Garcia. Sent it back behind the net. Bruce Shadle sends it forward. It's tipped. Play will continue, no icing. As Weir sends it back behind his own cage. Volcano sends it around. Tipped forward. Klein going to try to get to it. Garcia hacks at it. Keeps it in neutral ice. Now the Jimmies will try to send it in to get a change, and they can't do it. Stolen away to the Redbirds. Here's Slawinski. Drops it off. Quick shot. Ooh, a pass. Actually, that was going to be a pass as Meyer was on the doorstep. Now the Redbirds trying to hold it in. Can't do it. It's stolen away. Picked up by Johnson. He tries to cut to the slot, and it gets away from him. Poole can't get to it. It goes into the corner near side. Garcia kicks it away, and now a penalty coming up. And Jamestown looks like a slashing call made against Jamestown will give the Redbirds a power play opportunity. Illinois State will go to the power play, and the face-off will be in the Jamestown zone to start it off.
Jamestown penalty number 24, Matthew Poole, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 13:21, second period. Jimmy's penalty, Poole, 2 minutes for slashing. 13:21 results in a Redbird power play.
So Illinois State moving forward. Slawinski over the line. Takes it into the corner. Hammered there by Baraneski, and he's taken down on the play, and he paid the price to hold it in. Kramer sends it back into the corner. Slawinski, now a whistle stopping play. And a hand pass called against Illinois State will bring the face-off out to neutral ice. It'll be Richie Young taking the face-off against Jake Huselak, and Huselak wins it for the Jimmies, and they hammer it down to kill some time. Again, a very aggressive forecheck being used by Jamestown. Here's Young moving into the zone, drops it back to Slawinski. Out to Kramer on the far side. Sends it over to Colantonio. Quick shot off a stick of Young went wide of the target. Graham knocked off the puck but got it to Young. Behind the back to Colantonio. Sends it across near side to Slawinski. Back out to the point and Kramer. Kramer to Colantonio. One-timer and a save made by Weir. He gives no rebound. 44 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Illinois State. 5:22 for the second. We are still even at 2. Here's the face-off win for Illinois State. Salemi sends it across to Oberlag near side of the circle. Sends a pass down. It's broken up. Trevor Hilt tried to get to it. Oberlag keeps it in. Erichuk lost it to Rasha. Centering pass broken up. Hilt goes to get it. Sends it back out, and Oberlag let it hop over his stick, and it goes the length of the ice. Final 20 of the Redbird power play. 4:55 to play in the second in a 2-2 tie. Campese tried to center a pass across to Trevor Hilt, and it was tipped and sent into the Jamestown bench. Most times the backup goaltender does not see the puck very often, but tonight that's not been the case for Jaden McLean. Here's the face-off. Won by the Redbirds. Gio Galino fights his way through the zone. Dropped it off to Carson Hilt, who spins at the circle. Final 10. Here's a shot tip. Rebound. Colantonio had it on his stick but couldn't pull the trigger. Now the penalty is over and both teams are back at full strength. Morgan Vinay sends it ahead. Over the line, Baraneski. Had a stick lifted and taken away by Kate Janicki. Baraneski takes him into the corner. Knocked down. Picked back up. Sosinski with a shot save and a penalty call. And who's this going to be on? Oh, they're bringing the face-off. Oh, they're bringing the face-off out of the zone. Oh, okay. Just the way it seemed, it was a penalty, but instead it was a neutral zone face-off, which is won by Illinois State. Sosinski starts the Jimmy's back out. To Capite, knocked off the puck by Shadle. Into the corner now, Kate Janicki got it away to Gio Galino. Tried to get it ahead to Carson Hilt. Couldn't quite get it to it. Now Clark sends it in. Shadle can't get to it. Redbirds dumping in and icing will be called. Pardon the technical issue there. Not sure if anyone wanted to hear me sneeze. That doesn't happen to me very often where I have to sneeze while I'm on the air. I'd rather you not hear that. Save everybody's eardrums and save our equipment. I know our executive producer, Frank Blaine, is very appreciative of that, so he doesn't hear giant sneezes in the microphones, because that would be bad. Jordan Popoff sends it around the back of the net. Bergeron fights against Drew Shadle to get to the puck. Finally gets it away from him. Bergeron takes the backhand shot, saved by Ambergia. The rebound swept out of the zone, and the Redbirds able to regroup just a bit. Popoff sends it ahead, but the Redbirds able to thwart that effort. Now Jackson Graham sends it ahead to Colantonio, just ahead of his stick, and now he fights into the corner for it. And Jordan Popoff will pick it up for Jamestown. Popoff behind the net, trying to get it away from Colantonio, and the Redbirds' forecheck has been just a little stronger tonight than it was last night. They've been able to equal the intensity presented by Jamestown. Colantonio steps away and can't get to the slot. Clark's able to hoist that one down. And Bergia comes out to play it and sends it back ahead. Colantonio, quick pass ahead to Slowinski. Slowinski moves into the near circle. 2:39 to play here in the second. Slowinski takes it around the defender. Now tries to center to Jackson Graham, knocked away. Kramer tries to hold it in. Wilson fights for it at the line and able to knock it ahead with Huselak. Now a centering pass as they try to get it to Bergeron, who was cutting in on Bergia. Couldn't get to the shot. There's Volcano with a shot. That one gets through and it's stick down by Ambergia. Into the near corner, Wilson sends it back around. Hit the official and got held up. Now sent back out to the point where Brendan Volcano will send it in for Jamestown. Here's a centering pass. Wilson fires. That one tipped over the crossbar into the glass. Behind the net goes Thompson. Back out to the point in Volcano. Volcano will send it in behind and gets a nice bounce out front. Here's a centering pass out front. Quick shot blocked by the Redbird defense and sent back around but not out. Held in at the line by Arichuk. Now another shot taken. That one went wide. Back out Arichuk. Sends it in. Tip. Centering pass went wide that time. It was off the stick of Volcano. Now Jackson Graham will hoist one in. And now a whistle stops play as it's going to be an icing call against Illinois State. That is the correct call. It was icing. Jackson Graham had not gotten to center ice. So the call will bring the faceoff all the way back into the Illinois State side of the ice with 1:23 to play here in the second. Face off in the Redbirds' end, won by Illinois State as Anthony Salemi sends it out beyond the line. Now racing ahead is Sean Meyer. Meyer in a one-on-one race against Dumont, able to get to the puck and hold it in the corner. Sent back out, but Salemi can't get to it. And Christensen does for Jamestown. Christensen moves in, fires. That one tipped up high over the crossbar into the glass. Hilt sends it forward, almost found Meyer, but couldn't get it to him. Now Fortin. In over the line, tries to center it out front. Here's a between the leg shot as Imbergia held his ground and didn't give an inch that time and was able to stop that attempt. In the corner, Christensen. Dug out against Salemi, sent out to neutral ice by the Redbirds. And in the final 30 seconds of play, it'll be sent around. Campese back behind the net. Gets taken down in the corner. Puck still loose in the corner, final 10 seconds. Campese in a fight for it. Nobody able to get to it in the final 5, and that's going to do it.
Your score at the end of 2 periods of play. The Jamestown Jimmies 2, your Illinois State Redbirds 2.
Now some pushing and shoving going on as some bad feelings from the last couple of moments in the corner are spilling over here at the end of the period. I imagine we will have some penalties dished out by our officiating crew tonight. They finally have everybody broken up and headed to their respective benches for our second intermission.
Shots on goal in the second period. Illinois State 6, Jamestown 13, 2-period totals. Redbirds 19, Jimmies 21. No penalties currently carrying over into the third period.
However, that might change. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from our second period. The Redbirds leading 1-0 had the score tied by Jamestown as they were able to tally a power play goal. And that was credited to Jordan Baraneski, who was able to get inside after Mark Imbergia made the initial save. Baraneski on the doorstep able to get it past Imbergia to tie the score at 1 apiece. The Redbirds would be on the power play. And with 13:51 to play in the period, it would be Mitch Oberlag right in front, right in the slot, right place, right time, and ripped it home right past the blocker of Brandon Weir. And the Redbirds took a 2-1 lead. But then with 9:09 to play in the period, during a 4-on-4 session, Jamestown able to crash the net one more time, and getting the goal was Greg Sosinski. Getting the assists were Cole Christensen and Brad Fortin. And at that point, we're tied at 2, and now with zeros on the clock, we are tied at 2. So 2-2 tie is our status after 2 periods of play here at Grossinger Motors Arena. We'll catch you up on any penalties after the intermission, and if anything, we will tell you about them. But again, our score at the end of 2, it's 2-2 Illinois State and Jamestown on the Illinois State Hockey YouTube channel. Illinois State Redbird Hockey would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of this year's team. Young America Realty in Normal. Team Automotive and Tire in Normal. Midwest Equipment in Normal. Morris Avenue Garage, Bloomington. DP Doe in Normal, your sponsor of your Division I Player of the Game. Prairie Signs in Normal. And Grosso's Garage in Bloomington.
She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. Drop top, how we rollin' down on callin' South Beach. Yeah. Look like Kelly rollin', this might be my destiny. She want me to eat it, I guess then it's on me. I got you, know I got the sauce like a recipe. She just wanna do it for the grand. She just want this money in my hand. I'ma give it to her when she dance, dance, dance. She gon' catch a Uber out the Calabasas. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. I think you got the wrong impression about me, baby. Just cause they heard what hood I'm from, they think I'm crazy. Okay, well maybe just a little crazy. Cause I admit I'm crazy about that lady, yeah. Finger to the world, let's you pay me. I've been slaving, done the cause I'm running out of patience. No more waiting, no, no. Bouncing like a yo-yo. Living life on fast forward, but we slow-mo, yeah. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. I can't wait for the show. Got that good, yeah, I know. You should not be alone. All this drink got me low. Car got me right, and I feel so alive. She don't wanna think, she don't wanna be no wife. She just wanna stay out late, she just wanna no wife. Can't tell her nothing, no, can't tell her nothing, no. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
There was a time I used to look into my father's eyes. In a happy home, I was a king, I had a golden throne. Those days are gone, now the memories on the wall. I hear the songs from the places where I was born. Upon that hill across the blue lake, that's where I had my first heartbreak. I still remember how it all changed. My father said, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah. A time I met a girl of a different kind. We ruled the world. I thought I'd never lose her out of sight. We were so young. I think of her now and then. I still hear the songs reminding me of a friend. Change.
hard to please. We gotta kill this switch. You're from the 70s, but I'm a 90s chick. I love it. I love it. I got this feeling on the summer day when you were gone. I crashed my car into the bridge. I watched, I let it burn. I threw your stuff into a bag and pushed it down the stairs. I crashed my car into the bridge. I don't care. I love it. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I don't care. I love it. I don't care. You're on a different road. I'm in the Milky Way. You want me down on Earth, but I am up in space. You're so damn hard to please. We gotta kill this switch. You're from the 70s, but I'm a 90s chick. I don't care. I love it. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I don't care. I love it. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I don't care. I love it.
Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run.
Welcome back to Grossinger Motors Arena. LA Decker back with you, getting set for the third period between Illinois State and Jamestown. The teams tied at 2 through 2 periods. And we are ready for the final 20 minutes. And there's no guarantee we may not have bonus hockey tonight. And if we do have bonus hockey, we will have that DP Doe player of the game for you coming up at the conclusion of the contest, whether it be regulation, whether it be overtime, whether it be the shootout, whenever that might be, we will have that DP Doe player of the game for you.
Fans, let's welcome back goaltender Marcus Bergia and the rest of your Illinois State Redbirds.
As the Redbirds make their way back onto the ice for the third and final regulation period. I want to once again thank all our sponsors for Illinois State Redbird hockey, including Team Automotive and Tire in Normal, Young America Realty in Normal, Morris Avenue Garage, Bloomington, Midwest Equipment in Normal, Prairie Signs in Normal, Grosso's Garage, Bloomington, and of course DP Doe in Normal, bringing us our Division I player of the game. So the teams once again will switch ends. It'll be Illinois State now occupying the goal to our right, Jamestown in the goal to our left, and the Redbirds will operate from right to left as we see it along with you here in the third period. So the opening face-off to start the third period will feature Christensen against Campese, a pair of 18s in the circle, and the Illinois State face-off wing starts play here in the third period. Quick steal by Jamestown. They hammer it through neutral ice, and now Christensen picks the puck up and sends it back in. Sam Salemi sends it forward. Mitch Oberlag will send it the rest of the way down behind Brendan Weir. Picked up by Jamestown, motoring through Christensen. Sends it across to Fortin. He lost the handle on the boards and picked up by Trevor Hilt, who will send it in on Weir. It went over his catching glove and into the board. So Jamestown will take control behind their own net. Andrew Clark tied up along the boards, and it's picked up by Mario DeCapite for the Jimmies. Now the puck shot in from center and it went wide of the target. It hit the side of the net. So that will bring the faceoff all the way back down into the Jamestown end. And those not familiar, even though it hits the side of the net, that is not part of the actual goal area. The goal is defined by the inside area of the post beyond the goal line. So if the puck is not in that 4 by 6 foot area, it is not considered on goal, and therefore it can be considered icing if shot in from your side of center ice. So Illinois State with the face-off in the Jamestown end, able to get it back in neutral ice. Mason Perry lost it at center. Jamestown shoots it in, but the Redbirds able to get it back as Kramer on the fresh sheet of ice, having some difficulty controlling it. Now Meyer picks it up for the Redbirds. Meyer cuts into the circle, lost the handle on it, got poke checked away, and Jamestown able to pick it up. Jimmies will send it in, cross ice. Back to get it is Baraneski. Comes out of the corner, and it knocked off his stick and picked up by Young, who gets it to center, and now whistle stopping play. And looks like somebody is losing a whole bunch of material on their uniform or something. A whole bunch of string. No, nobody had a party popper with silly string in it. It was string off the uniform, it looks like. So someone may have to do either a quick stitching job or something. Play here in the third. Face-off will be in neutral ice. And the face-off is pushed into the Jamestown zone by Illinois State. Back to get it is Greg Sosinski. Sosinski will start the play out for Jamestown from behind his own net. Set it forward to Vene. Quickly ahead to Thompson. Thompson had it knocked off his stick and picked up by the Redbirds as Casey Colantonio trying to come over the line. He got tied up at the blue line. Now a fight for it along the boards. And it's picked up by Huslak. Now dumping it in is Sosinski for the Jamestown Jimmies. Graham sends it ahead for Illinois State to Joe Rasho along the boards near side of the neutral zone, and now a whistle stopping play as our official got into the middle of the fracas there and got taken off his pins. And now a penalty coming up against Jamestown. It's going to be an interference call against the Jimmies, and the Redbirds will go on the power play. So the Redbirds will go back on the power play and have an opportunity to take the lead here.
Jamestown penalty number 16, Gage Thompson, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 2:21, third period. Jimmy's penalty, Thompson, 2 minutes for interference at 2:21. It's time for a Redbird power play.
Illinois State back on the power play. They've already scored one tonight. It's a man advantage. Here's Hilt. Drops it off for Campese. Back out to the line. Anthony Salemi lost it for a moment, got it back. Sent across Campese, right in front. He had Trevor Hilt, but it went over the crossbar as his stick was hit just as he got the shot away. Now another penalty coming up against Jamestown. And a slashing call coming up will give the Redbirds a 5-on-3 power play. Illinois State now with a 2-man advantage for the next minute and 19 seconds.
Jamestown penalty number 6, Carter Johnson, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 3:02, third period. Jimmy's penalty, Johnson, 2 minutes for slashing at 3:02.
Here's Campese with a shot. That one stopped by Weir. Backhand. They score! The 2-minute advantage. Trevor Hill when he had the opportunity and put it right by Weir. And the Redbirds still have 1:40 in power play time. So the Redbirds still with the man advantage and still another chance to extend the lead now, leading 3-2 here in the third. Kramer, lead pass ahead to Young, now Colantonio over the line. Tries to center it for Graham, knocked away from him, picked up. Jackson Graham's got it, moves in, fires, that one tipped wide of the target.
Illinois State goal scored on the power play by number 12, Trevor Hilt. Assisted by number 7, Joe Rasha, and number 10, Mitch Oberlag. Time of the goal, 3:21, third period. Redbird goal scored on the power play by Trevor Hilt, assisted by Rasha and Oberlag at 3:21. Now the Redbirds another shot as Colantonio has an opportunity stopped by Weir, and the Jamestown defense clears it the length of the ice. 40 seconds remaining in the man advantage. 15:35 to play in the contest. Illinois State now with a 3-2 lead. Here's a knockaway and a steal. Vene sends it across. Quick move inside. And Bergia with the save on Fortin's shorthanded chance. Redbirds tied up in the corner. Finally come away with it as Young will skate away. Young gets it ahead to Trevor Hilt, who will dump it in. And it swings along the dasher to the far side. Picked up by Volcano. And he pushes it in. Here's Shadle sending it in, and the penalty to Johnson is over. Both teams back at full strength. As the puck cleared into the Redbird zone, Matt Garcia goes back to get it. Shadle sends it ahead to Janicki. It's swept away by the Jamestown defense. Held in by Shadle. At the line, couldn't keep the second attempt from the clearing out and going into neutral ice. Now Popoff sends it across. It gets into the neutral zone where Garcia picks it up for Illinois State and just sends it across. Jamestown back to get it with 14:15 to play. Here's Thompson. Backhanding it into the Redbird zone. Garcia back to get it. He's pressured by Wilson into the far corner. Thompson goes to get it with him. Wilson tries to play out of the corner behind the net. Banks it off the back of the net. Now sends it back out front with a centering pass. Broken up by Shadle. Behind the net goes Thompson. Out to Johnson and now into the corner. Klein tries to get it out, but it's knocked into neutral ice where Popoff sends it. Now it's sent in on Arkin Bergia, and he will just take the face-off in his own zone. And now penalties are coming up, it looks like, or a penalty coming up possibly. There's going to be a slashing call against Illinois State. So it's going to be on Drew Shadle. So the face-off. As the puck goes through center ice, here comes Christensen. Back out to the point, Sasinski. Sends it down low. Now Sasinski lets one go. That one blocked in front, loose in front, swept away by the Redbird defense into the corner. The Illinois State penalty number 4, Drew Shadle, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 6:21, third period. Redbird penalty, Shadle, 2 minutes for slashing at 6:21.
Jamestown will start the power play up again with 1:07 left of the man advantage. Bergeron sends it around to the far side. Arachuk is there. Moves into the dot. Fakes a pass. Now sends it in front. Redbirds again swipe it away and are able to at least clear the pressure for a moment. There's a shot blocked as Matt Garcia paid the price to block that shot. He's having some trouble getting back to his skates, and now he comes back up to his feet and gets to the bench. Over the line comes Wilson. He'll fire. Saved by Imberja, and he gives no rebound. Saves so far tonight for Mark Imberja. 20 saves on the other end so far for his counterpart, Brandon Weir. Face-off win by the Jimmies. Wilson from the near circle. Sends it across. Quick shot. Imberja again to save. He looked behind him. Not there, and he finally covered it up. As Arachuk moved in with a shot opportunity, Imberja was able to stop it, but had to take a peek behind him just to make sure he was able to get to it.
Get an attitude. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring Sean Don and I'm all the best because I got it going on.
The Redbirds again with a face-off in their zone, and Imberja taking an extra second to get his gear reset. He's being allowed at a time by our official. Now we're ready to go as the face-off will be to Imberja's right. Face-off won back by Bergeron. Picked up, and the Jimmy score. Clark from the point on the power play has tied the game at 3. Game tied at 3 on Clark's goal from the point. That one got by Imberja. Redbirds again win the faceoff as Meyer pushes it into the Jimmy zone. Sent back around all the way down. Fortin trying to race Kramer to the puck. He will beat him to it and get to the corner. Fortin, quick shot on a turnaround, steered aside by Imberja.
Jamestown goal scored on the power play by number 8, Andrew Clark. Assisted by number 19, Jake Huselak. Time of the goal, 7:57, third period. Jimmy's goal scored on the power play by Clark, assisted by Huselak at 7:57.
Now a quick shot again out front as Johnson had it knocked away from him. Dumont sends it back into the corner for Jamestown. And now a penalty coming up against Illinois State. Jack Kramer got caught with his stick in the wrong spot. He's going to get clipped for tripping.
Everybody, well, don't you know it's me now? Yeah, who's it? Well, he's back with a brand new beat now. Yeah, doing it.
Going to be a tripping call against Kramer. Who will send back? Takes down to the power play one more time. Tie game at 3.
Illinois State penalty number 2, Jack Kramer, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 8:52, third period. Redbird penalty, Kramer, 2 minutes for tripping at 8:52.
Over the line come the Jimmies as Baraneski tries to send it in. Knocked away. Decapite in the corner. Dug out by Baraneski. Sends it back out to the point. Sasinski from the slot. Sends it across to Vene. Down low, Baraneski. Fake the shot, fake the pass. Now goes to Vene. Back out top to Sasinski at the point. Near side for Vene. Goes to the left wing side. Now back out top, Sasinski. He'll move in, fires one and scores! Greg Sasinski from the point will give the Jimmies a 4-3 lead on the power play. So the last 3 goals and 5 of the 7 goals tonight have all been on the power play, as you see Sasinski able to rip one from distance past Mark Imberja. Illinois State now trailing by 1. As a face-off, pushed back into their own zone. Kramer sends it forward. It's tipped into the zone by Oberlag. Jimmy's move in over the line. Now offside is called as Huselak came in. He was ahead of the play. So the face-off will be in neutral ice.
Jamestown goal scored on the power play by number 27, Greg Sosinski. Assisted by number 9, Brad Fortin. Time of the goal, 9:40, third period. Jimmy's goal scored on the power play by Sosinski, assisted by Fortin at 9:40.
Now the puck along the back of the net, and it's going to be tied up by Brendan Weir for Jamestown. So he will take a face-off in his own zone, with his team now in the lead by a 4-3 score. Illinois State tries to win the face-off. It's finally dug out. Sent ahead, Richie Young. Sends it back to the point for Matt Garcia, who will fire one in. Weir makes the glove save and hangs on. So Illinois State has to go to the shoot the puck at the net mentality, it seems like. But the forecheck of Jamestown has been very strong the last 2 games, and it's starting to pick up a little bit here in the third. As Johnson motors in, tries to get away from Richie Young. Young checks him off the puck and keeps it in his possession. Young back to get it. Knocked off his stick by Fortin into the corner. Now along the boards, Christensen sends it along. Fortin behind the net, played by Shadle, sent back around. Garcia gets it on the near side. Garcia sends it ahead to Richie Young, but it's sent in by Jordan Popoff for the Jimmies. Now 8:50 to play in the third. Young sends it forward, but the pass was a little too telegraphed, and it's sent in over the line. And Justin Dumont tried to just clear pressure and didn't quite get to center ice. So the icing call is made against Jamestown, and the faceoff will come all the way back into their own zone. Jamestown with a 6-shot on goal advantage and 30-26 thus far. Redbirds trying to control the face-off, and finally Jackson Graham has it. His shot blocked. Salemi couldn't quite get to it in time, trying to get a shot. He did hold it in though, but it's sent into the corner and sent around for the Jamestown Jimmies to control. Mario Decapite over the line, moves in, fires just wide of the post. Held in at the line by Sosinski, sent it all the way back around to the near side. Dug out by Vene. Sends it back to the point in Dumont, who sends it in, and it's tipped into the netting. Then the face-off will stay in the Illinois State end. 8:07 to play here in the third. Face-off won by the Redbirds. Jackson Graham tries to get through center, but it's stolen back and sent back into the Redbird end. Lead pass ahead, Rasha finally gets to it and sends it into the Jamestown end so the Redbirds can get a change. Under 8 minutes to play now in the contest. Thompson tries to tip it in. It's played ahead by Sam Salemi, and the Redbirds get it. Carson Hilt now controls. Hilt over the line, fires one in. That one flutters over the top of the crossbar, over the head of Brandon Weir. Jamestown with the puck and moving into the zone. Here's Thompson firing one wide of Imbergia. Sent in by Wilson. Stolen by Cade Janicki and picked up by Gio Galino for the Redbirds. Galino over the line, moves in, fires, saved by Weir, and he gives no rebound. And with 7:14 to play, the next faceoff will come in the Jamestown zone, with Illinois State trailing 4-3. 3 Redbirds trail by 1 to Jamestown as they win the faceoff to the Jimmies. Trevor Hilt tries to get to it. Oberlag trying to get to it. Finally won by Christensen. He gets behind the net against Mason Perry. Centered out in front. Knocked away. Quick shot by Fortin. Saved by Imbersia. Rebound picked up by Trevor Hilt, who gets it out to neutral ice. Sosinski will dump it in. Picked up by Imbersia. Sends it ahead to Trevor Hilt. Hilt looks to advance the puck. Sends it forward, but right into the stick of Greg Sosinski for Jamestown. Short of center, the Jimmies send it in as Dumont pays the price for clearing it down, and he's now able to get a change. And now the hitting getting a little more intense as we get closer to the end of this one, approaching 6 minutes to play. Volcano sends it in, and now a stoppage of play as the last hit along the boards. Looks like it may have gotten one of the Jamestown players pretty good, and he's having some trouble getting back to his feet. Don't forget our DP Doe player of the game coming your way following the conclusion of tonight's contest. Run over some of the people who might be eligible for that. We got Anthony Salemi. He scored a goal tonight. Mitch Oberlag, goal and an assist. 2 assists, matter of fact. He's probably up for that award. Trevor Hilt, he's got a power play goal as well, so he could be in the running for that. We will find out who that winner is. Could be Mark Imbersia. He's already a 2-time player of the game winner. He could get his 3rd. You just never know who that DP Doe player of the game is going to be. As a Jamestown player being helped to his skates, and he'll be helped over to the bench area to get some training support. When we resume play, Illinois State trailing by a goal 4-3. The faceoff will be in the neutral zone. It will be on the far dot closest to the Illinois State bench. Benny will take the faceoff for Jamestown against Mike Slawinski for Illinois State. Benny wins the faceoff for Jamestown. Karachuk sends it in. Garcia goes to get it for the Redbirds. Garcia knocked off the puck by Venny, but it's picked up by Slawinski. Goes to Garcia. Lead pass ahead. Finds Young. Now Drew Shanel moves in over the line. Drops it back off to Young. He fires. That one tipped wide of the target. Into the corner it goes. Garcia tried to hold it in, and Jamestown able to play it forward. Baraneski sends it around to the near side to Capite. Played by Garcia, dug out by Slawinski, and he will come around the back of the net with it. Lead pass ahead for Young, hopped over his stick and is picked up at center by Jordan Popoff. Sent it in behind Mark Imbersia. Going to get it is Mike Slawinski. Lead pass ahead for Meyer, ahead to Graham. Graham will take it into the corner near side, approaching the 5-minute mark to play in this one. Huselak over the line, and it knocked off his stick. Imbersia tries to play it to the far, to the near side. It's intercepted. Now a centering pass broken up by Salemi. Salemi gets it into the corner, sends it ahead. Jackson Graham, now Casey Colantonio over the line. Colantonio moves in, fire, saved by Weir, and he hangs on. Casey Colantonio, best shot the Redbirds have had for about 3 minutes now. Illinois State will get a face-off in the Jamestown zone with just under 5 minutes to play in this one. It's sent around. Calling comes out to Johnson. Johnson moves in, has it knocked away by Sam Salemi, and the Redbirds get to it as Joe Rasha has it. Rasha sends it forward, and that's going to be an icing call as he sent it in from his own end. So the faceoff will come back into the Illinois State zone with 4:31 to play in the contest.
Drop it like it's hot. Dirty talk, dirty man. She a freaky girl, and I'm a freaky man. She on the rebound, broke up with an ex, and I'm like Rodman, ready on deck. I told her wanna ride out, and she said yes. We didn't go to church.
Face-off won by Jamestown. Out to the point, Sosinski fires one in. That one blocked aside, picked up by Baraneski. Jordan Baraneski behind the net. Sends it out front, centering pass out front, loose in the slot. Finally picked up by Jamestown, sent out to the point, Dumont. Justin Dumont, near side Vinny. His shot blocked away by Sam Salemi. He spins it back toward the near corner. Dug out by Decapite, now into the corner, Vinny. Sends it around for Sam Salemi. 4 minutes to play in regulation, 4-3 Jamestown. Salemi and Rasha dig into the corner to get it. Finally dug out by Salemi. Sam to Anthony. Now back to Anthony Salemi. They play catch behind the net. Sam Salemi. Lead pass ahead to Tony Campese. Hopped over his stick, and it's picked up by Jamestown as Huselak sends it in behind him, Bergia. Sam Salemi lost it behind the net, but got it back, sent it out to the point. Erichuk keeps it in. Wilson spins back toward the corner, now moves into the goal line, comes in front, fires one. Imbergia holds the post, it's loose. Picked up by Thompson. Back over behind the goal. Huselak lost it to Campese, and now the Redbirds able to get it out and down the ice. No icing is called. They'll relieve some pressure. But 3 minutes remaining in this one. Here's a steal by Illinois State. Moving in is Campese. Hit it, knocked off his stick. Picked up by Trevor Hilt in the zone. Hilt sends it back across. Here's a shot by Mason Perry. That one deflected wide. Kramer's going to go back to get it for Illinois State with 2:45. Deflected in by Perry. Erichuk gets it away from Oberlag. Now hammered out by Jamestown, and Kramer gets to it. Sent back in by Fortin. Imbergia holds it up for a moment. Now in to get it is Christensen. Sends it back around to Fortin. Centering pass out front. Swept away by Kramer with 2:18. Now Johnson sends it back behind the net. Picked up by Mason Perry for the Redbirds. Perry gets away from one check. Tries to get it away, and Christensen ties him up along the corner. 2 minutes left in this one. 4-3 Jamestown. Redbirds going to start thinking about when to pull Mark Imbergia. Behind the net, Huselak. Looks, fakes, sends it back around Christensen to Fortin behind the net. Fortin looks to center, blocked away by Slowinski. Got it back to Fortin. Backhand pass out front, knocked away, stolen by Hilt with 140. He hammers it off the dasher. No icing is going to be called as it's waved off. Back to get it to Sean Meyer. Meyer with 90 seconds. Had it knocked off his stick by Decapite. Redbirds get to it. Shadle sends it ahead. Clark can't get to it. Now Meyer pushes it into the corner. Graham looks to dig it out. Rasha joins him in the fight. Rasha comes out of the corner with 1:10 to play. Back around the boards. Anthony Salemi tries to hold it in. Jordan Baraneski lifts it, but not out. It's sent down the ice into the Redbird zone with 1 minute to play in the period.
1 minute remaining in regulation. 1 minute remaining.
Mark Imbergia heading to the bench as the sixth attacker will come out of the ice. Shadle will knock it down with a high stick, but it's played next by the Jamestown Jimmies. Here's Campese over the line, moving in, firing. That one knocked away. And now a penalty, or is it stoppage of play? Yep, gonna be a penalty, and now some pushing and shoving in front of the net as Brandon Weir was able to stop Tony Campese, who was rushing the net. Made contact with the goaltender, and two teams getting a little bit chippy here in the final few minutes. Tony Campese is going to be sent off the ice. Campese gets sent off with 43 seconds remaining as you see the aftermath of everything that happened there. It's probably the worst case scenario now for the Redbirds is they will not have the option of keeping Imbergia out of the game. They'll have to put him back in to start at least get the face-off on the power play. So the officials now going over to talk to head coach Chris Pruitt. Penalty's been put on the board for Campese. So it was goaltender interference on Tony Campese.
Illinois State penalty number 18, Tony Campese, 2 minutes for goaltender interference. Time of the penalty, 19:16, third period. Redbird penalty, Campese, 2 minutes for goaltender interference at 19:16.
Redbirds do pull the goaltender and are able to get the fifth attacker on, but still with an empty net. As Decapite will go to get it behind the net. Leaves it behind for Baraneski, sent out front. It's stolen away by the Redbirds. Lead pass ahead for Rasha. Can he get to the puck in time? Final 10 seconds. Zasinski will send one to link to the ice. Knocked down by Kramer. Baraneski will send one in. That went wide, but that will end up killing time. And the third period comes to an end, and Jamestown has won the game 4-3.
Your final score in tonight's contest, the Jimmies of University of Jamestown 4, your Illinois State Redbirds 3. Shots on goal in the third period, Illinois State 9, Jamestown 10, three-period totals, Redbirds 28, Jimmies 31. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to Grossinger Motors Arena in tonight's ACHA Division I matchup. Our next contest here in the garage for the Division I team will be Friday, October 21st, as the Waldorf Warriors come to visit Grossinger Motors Arena for a 7 o'clock face-off. At this time, Redbird fans, we'd like to acknowledge our DP-Do player of the game. For the Illinois State Redbirds, number 28, Anthony Salemi.
So Anthony Salemi is our DP-Do player of the game for the Illinois State Redbirds. Congratulations to him. We mentioned he might be one of the possibilities for that award tonight, so he did pick it up for Illinois State. So scoring in the third period for Jamestown, they were able to tie the game in the third period with 12:03 to play as Andrew Clark let one go from the blue line on the power play. As there we see Trevor Hilt's goal. He opened up scoring for the Redbirds at the 16:29 mark to give them the lead. All the goals, by the way, in the third period were all on the power play. Trevor Hilt's goal gave the Redbirds a
3-2 lead. Then, about 4 minutes later on the power play, Andrew Clark let one go from the blue line, and he scored to give a 3-3 tie. And then with 10:20 remaining in the contest, it was Greg Sosinski from the center, right down the pipe, right past Mark and Bergia. And the Jamestown Jimmies will take both games in this two-game set this weekend here at Grossinger Motors Arena. This one by the final of 4-3. The executive producer of Illinois State Redbird Hockey is Frank Blaine. A big thanks to everybody here at Grossinger Motors Arena for all their help with the video, the audio, and everything this weekend. And of course, thank you for tuning in and listening. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Even if the results were not to your liking, we still hope you enjoyed the broadcast. The final score, once again, is the Jamestown Jimmies 4 and the Illinois State Redbirds 3. For everyone here at Grossinger Motors Arena, I'm Ellie Decker, reminding you to join us once again on Friday, October 21st, as the Waldorf Warriors will come to visit the Illinois State Redbirds for a 7 o'clock face-off. Until that time, I'm Ellie Decker. Good night, everybody.
I can change